So many people wonder, is my content making the impact that I think it is? Is my content doing its job in my business? Is my content doing all of these things that it's supposed to do? And I don't even really know what it's supposed to do. So here's where I want to ask you to ask yourself some self identifying questions. And I want to be very clear that not all of these are indicators of your content, but if collectively you see a theme in your answers to these questions, it probably is. Okay. So, number one, a great indicator that your content needs a reboot is no one is buying. No one is buying. Okay. Most of our sales should be coming, or our traffic should be coming from the content that we create. So, meaning if someone feels that they can identify with the words that we're saying, they can identify with maybe that they realize that there's a problem, they're very problem aware, and they identify that we can help them with that solution through the things that we say in our content, whether it's verbally or typed out or however that looks, they are more inclined to click, right? To see. So that's number one. Number two, no one's asking questions, meaning they're not popping up in your DMs asking questions about what you're putting out there, or maybe they have a specific problem. I'm not saying that we coach for free in the DMs. However, people should be asking you questions and should be coming to you because you are the expert in what you do. Now, if you were just starting out, or you're just starting out getting visible, or you're just starting out really taking that content and making it more impactful, this won't be an overnight process. It'll happen faster for some people than others, but it takes time. You rarely show up on day one with a new content strategy and all of a sudden things are different. Although if people have been following you and been quiet and they just kind of, you friend zone them, they may start paying more attention and get them to become a lead or a hotter lead a lot faster, right? So people should be asking you questions. It's just one of the things that we see when we position ourselves as the expert. They want to know more. Whether you're willing to coach them or answer those questions in the DMs, that's up to you. But there should be questions being asked of you if you're consistently putting yourself out there with the right kind of content. Okay. Number three, no one's engaging, sharing, or saving. And I say this really lightly because I attract more introverts. So as an introvert, if I wasn't a business owner and I didn't know the value that commenting and liking and engaging with people's content had on it, I probably wouldn't do it. Right. So previous me, introvert me, doesn't want to draw attention to herself. So I would never comment on somebody's content. Maybe in a group, I'd feel a little bit safer, but not publicly. Right. So take this as a grain of salt, so to speak, but still look at your analytics, because views, people can watch and look, and your reach or impressions, those things could matter, right? So if we can look at those and kind of see between our different types of content, what is landing, what's resonating, and what's not. Your content should be doing multiple things in your business for you. Number one, it should be growing your leads. It should be growing your following. I'm not even saying like growing, like 10xing it in 2 months, like nothing like that, but you should have a steady flow. Now, at the same time, your content should also be causing you to have a steady decline, meaning that you should be adding people, but you're also going to lose people. Because if your content is impactful enough, if your content is meaningful enough, if your content is activating enough, you're also going to basically cause people to not be interested. And that's okay. Because would you rather have your content make people feel something, or would you rather have your content just be so-so? That was nice. Swipe by. Being memorable Making a difference, making an impact, influencing, activating, whatever you want to call it, potent content is huge. For years, I just wanted to be likable. For years, I just wanted everybody to like my stuff. And then I realized I had to be time to not only give all this value, but also put my spin on it, put my opinion on it, get a little honest and have some tough love sometimes with my audience. And maybe you're not quite ready for that, but we need to start going in that direction. Your content should also be positioning you as the expert. That's why value-based content is huge. But we don't want value-based content in a way that is just what somebody can go Google or somebody can go get from a marketing degree or a degree. We want to give value that we have experienced, that we have done, not that we just literally read online and we haven't implemented it, we haven't done it, and we're just like, oh, I'm just going to go teach this. Show your experience, show what you have done inside of this. Show your knowledge through your experience that you have implemented. That's what makes you different than somebody just going, what is it, GTS, Google that shit. So your content should be building relationships with you. People should feel like they know, like, and trust you. People should feel like your content is showing you are the expert. Like, they know every time they see a piece of your content, they know exactly how you can serve and support them. Your content should be making your sales easier. If you've built the relationships to the like, know, and trust of your content, and you've built the authority, right, the expert status, the next step is, when I have something to offer, sales are easier. Now, there's a lot more that goes into that, but it all starts with the content. The content is your first line, like, that people see, right? It's the first thing that people see. It's how people find you. It's how people start to know you. It's how people even know that they want more. It all starts at your content. And here we are, day in and day out, literally throwing ish up just to have something there. We're not creating content like we mean it. We're not creating content like it is the lifeline of our business. Content leads to leads. Content leads to sales. Content leads to growth. Content leads to relationships. Content leads to like, know, and trust. And I believe we also do that by our visibility strategy, by bringing us into that content. Again, being something different than they can just go Google. Giving them a reason to keep coming back and wanting more. So if your content is not doing this, then we need to chat, because this is the vital part of your business. It's so much more than Googling information. It's so much more than regurgitating what everybody else in your industry is saying. It's so much more. But are you making it that powerful? Are you making it that important? Or are you literally just throwing something up to post? That's a question you have to ask yourself. Do we all do that sometimes? Yes, we do. But when we create content that matters, when we create content that means something, that content lives on, that content can be repurposed, that content has more power than we even know. So if you need to chat about this, let's chat. I am always around to talk about content. It is one of my favorite things to do, but make sure that your content means something. Make sure that your content is being powerful. Make sure that your content has a strategy. I can't remember the exact quote, but the guy says, if you are just posting to post, that is junk and noise, and the world has enough stuff, junk, and noise. Don't let your piece of content be a piece of junk, stuff, or noise to everybody else. Elevate them, activate them, or to even turn them away. I don't care. Make them have some kind of feeling. Make them see and have some kind of emotion. Make them think differently. Make themselves ask them questions. Your content can do that and more. And I hope that you are thinking about this and thinking, I can do better, because we can all do better. And that's one of the things that I think we all forget, is that we all think that our content is it's good enough. I will tell you right now, I've been creating content for 12 years. My content will never be good enough. My content will never be at the best it can be. I can always learn, I can always elevate, and I will never stop learning different content strategies to not only use for myself and my clients and my inner circle and my programs, but to teach you. So does your content strategy need a reboot? Does your content strategy need a boost? Does your content strategy need some work? The answer should be yes. Everyone should answer yes. Everyone can use help and use support and work on this, because we all have room to grow.